Stampers. Welcome to Christine's Stamping Spot for another Mystery Monday video. Today we are going to take a look at this new Artistically Inked stamp set and designer series paper and dies. It's a new suite in our new catalog, which you can find on page 96. So this is the stamp set here and some dies, and then we have some amazing designer series paper. So this is the stamp set here, and these are the dies. They are just really amazing, especially this really, really large one here. So we're going to create a project with those. And I want to quickly show you the designer series paper. This is called Expressions in Ink. And it is new, of course, this year with the suite. You can purchase all of the products together, or you can purchase them individually, but this paper has been the talk of the stamping town. It's got some gorgeous gold foil images that come through, and you get 12 sheets in a package, 2 of each design. So I'll just quickly go through these. This is one, and look at this green. Is this just not amazing? You really have to see this in person, like people have said, to really appreciate how beautiful it is. And this here as well. Look, you can almost just frame that by itself. It's so pretty. And then we have some of our papaya in here with some gold in the center, and then some simple stripes. And the back, sorry, I just knocked the camera there, does not have the gold, but it has sort of this white, sort of water washed kind of effect to it. And it's just really a beautiful, beautiful paper, like everyone has said. So I am offering designer series paper share, where you can purchase half a package of paper for half the price of the entire package. It's all priced out, and I'll try to post some information on that on my Facebook page as well, because sometimes people find a whole pack of papers just a little bit too much, although this one you may want to have a whole package. But anyway, I'll try to post some information about that for people that would like to sort of try some of the papers but don't want to invest in a whole package. It's kind of nice just to have a little bit to get started, and then if you really do love it, you can always go ahead and purchase a full pack after. Okay, so this is the card that we are going to make. This I have totally cased from a UK demonstrator called Heather Thomas, who is the Songbird Stamper, if you want to look her up. She has some beautiful work on her website and her Facebook page. And when she posted this on one of our demonstrator sites, I just thought, oh, that is so pretty. It's actually a very simple layout. And once you've got your pieces cut, you can assemble them however you like. And it's just with that pink and the gold. This is our new polished pink, which is one of our new ink colors. It just all kind of comes together and brings out some of the gold in that DSP. So let's get started, and I'll show you how we're going to put this together. So I have, of course, done some cutting ahead of time. So as mentioned, this is our polished pink, our new in color, and it's cut at 8.5 by 5.5. So we're going to fold that in half, and then we have a layer of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4, another piece of polished pink, which is 5 1/4 by 2, and our Expressions in Ink designer paper, which is 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. And this is a very basic and easy template to follow for any sort of cards. And once you've got this down, you can leave it simple. You can fancy it up with whatever embellishments or stamps or dies that you want, but this is a great jumping off point for any sort of card. Okay, so let's put some of these pieces together. So we will put on our DSP first on our polished pink, and we're just going to sort of center that. Oh, adhesive is getting stuck here. We're just going to try to adhere that in the center, leaving a little bit of an edge top and bottom. And then we are going to put this on top of our basic white layer. And again, you're going to center it. You can use your grid paper if you have it, if you want to be very specific about your placement. I'm just going to sort of eyeball it in the center, trying to leave the same amount top and bottom. And hopefully that's straight. That looks not too bad. And then we will put this layer on our base. And then we can start assembling some pieces on top. Okay, so there is our base card. Lovely, you can see that gold already popping through there. Really beautiful. Okay, so the first thing I did, and now if I can find it, I did have a greeting, and where did it go? I just lost my greeting, and I know I did cut an extra one. Okay, well, it will show up after the fact, I'm sure. That's the fun part about these videos. You think you're prepared, and then something goes a little bit awry. Okay. So let's do this. This was the greeting that I used. I just took this off my sample there. For this, I wanted to make this a birthday card. So I took the greeting from the Best Year stamp set, Happy Birthday to You, and there's some other great greetings in this stamp set. And I stamped that in our polished pink ink. And then I'm gonna, oh, this is already, let's see if we can stick this on here if it's still sticky. I'm just gonna put this in the center here. And then we're just gonna build around our greeting. Oops, you know what I did? I messed up already. Oh, I'm just so flustered here for a second. Okay, never mind. We are going to put that on, but first we're going to put this die cut piece on. Now, is this not just amazing? This is from the dies in the stamp set, and I did use some adhesive sheets on this. So once it's die cut, you're just going to peel off the adhesive sheet. Now, if you wanted to use some Tombow adhesive, that's fine too. There may be a couple of little pieces still stuck in here after you pull off your adhesive sheet, but you can just take your pick tool and just sort of poke those through, and they should come out pretty easily. A lot of them sometimes just come out with the adhesive sheet. And this is what you'll be left with. Is that not just so pretty? I just think that's beautiful. Okay, so this we are going to put on first before we put on our greeting. Okay, so we're going to center this as best we can and just give it a little press down just to get some of that adhesive sheet stuck all around, and just gently take your finger around it like so. And then we are going to add our greeting. So sorry about that little misstep there. Not quite awake yet this morning, I guess. Okay, so we'll put that there, and then we're going to start to just assemble our pieces. So what I have done is I stamped some of these petal images here in the polished pink ink, and they look like this, and there is the die to cut them out. So I cut one in half because I wanted an odd number. And I'm just going to take the bone folder and bend these a bit. Now these leaves were actually, when I stamped them, I stamped on my placemat and then on the cardstock because I wanted them a little bit lighter than the actual full strength of the ink. If you would like to do the full strength, you're welcome to do that. I'm just going to give these a little curl here, and then we can attach these with some dimensionals. So I'm going to use some minis and just attach them on here. And there's no right or wrong as to where you put your leaves. Honestly, they can go wherever. If you find your dimensionals underneath are a little bit in the way, you can trim off your leaf a little bit. I'm just going to do that. And then the same with this second one. And this one I think I will put on the other side here. We'll just tuck that underneath like so. And then our single one, whoops, quite in the center there. Oh, come on. We'll attach this one just on its own, maybe just on this side here. Okay, so there are the leaves. Now I wanted to add a few gold leaves. Now in the dies, there is this large leaf die right here. And so what I did is I put adhesive sheets on that as well, and I cut one out, and this is how it came. I cut it out of the gold foil. Now, I'm not going to use the whole thing. I'm just going to cut off individual leaves here. And so I'll cut maybe just 3 because of the odd number. If you wanted to add more, you could. And then I can always use these on another project. So let us take these adhesive sheets off, and I'm actually going to trim a little bit off the bottom so I can tuck this underneath. Okay, so let's tuck one right in between those 2 pinks, right there. And then we'll tuck another one maybe beside that one. And we'll just sort of have it coming out this way. Oops. Stuck to my finger, I think, like so. And then we'll trim another one here, and we will stick that down below on the bottom just to give it a little bit of gold down here as well. Maybe we'll sort of angle it a little like so. Okay, so then we've already attached a little bit of the gold here. So then what I did is, I know Heather had a pretty butterfly that she cut out of gold foil, but I didn't have that particular butterfly die, so I used a bumblebee. Now these are cut from some dies which you may or may not have seen. These are the iconic dies, and I love these. Actually, I was first drawn to these mushrooms. I don't know why, but I thought they were so cool, and the bird. And so there's a bee in there, there's like a sunflower, a branch, some leaves, flowers, and another flower. So I cut out the bee from foil, and I also cut out a couple of these flowers from gold foil. So these dies are actually standalone dies. You'll find them in the back of the catalog with all of the dies. They're the iconic dies, and I really love these. So that's where my bee came from, and also where my little flowers came from. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put on the flowers first, and again, I just ran these through some of the extra gold foil that I had left from cutting out the leaves. So they do have an adhesive sheet on them. So I'm going to put one flower there, and there's like 2 small ones and 1 large one in the die, so you can play around with those. And maybe I'll stick the other one. Maybe I'll stick it on here just because this was actually cut out from the Tasteful Labels die, this Happy Birthday to You, if you're wondering where that came from. And then our bumblebee was kind of big. Oh, he's a little too big for the card, but we'll use him anyway. We love our bees, don't we? We need our bees. So I'm just gonna take off this adhesive sheet and we can maybe stick him here at the top and we'll put him down like so. So there is your card. The last thing to give us even more little bling is I'm going to add some of our gilded gems. And I'm just going to add some of the smaller ones. These ones I think are a little bit big. So I think I'll just put, again, 3. This particular suite also comes with some gold die-cut ephemera images. I think it's a package of different gold embellishments that you can pop up or you can use on your card. So those would be nice on here as well. And also, I believe the suite comes with some sequins, but I didn't have those. So I'm just going to add my gilded gems. And there you can see all of the gold that's popping through with this pink. And I just love how that turned out. I think that is such a great card that Heather created. And I just wanted to share that with you in case you'd like to give it a try. Oh, excuse me. Frog in my throat all of a sudden. Sorry about that. I'm having all kinds of challenges today. Okay, so for the month of May, we have a host code. If you're interested in ordering any of these products on my website, you can go to chris.ludwig@stampinup.net, and at checkout, if you can enter the host code here. And so that's primarily for any orders that are $200 or less. And then we'll pool all of those orders at the end of the month, and someone will win a portion of those online host code rewards. So MQ9QEA2J if you're interested. So again, that's chris.ludwig@stampinup.net. And I hope you liked this project today. Let me know in the comments what you thought of that and some of our new products here in the Expressions in Ink suite in the new catalog. So have a great day and a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.